In 5.7, we're going to talk about synthetic division. And this is another way to divide certain problems where the divisor has two terms. For this, the divisor cannot have a coefficient. Okay, so when we looked at this problem, whoops. Remember I told you that this is the divisor. And you need to remember that a coefficient, you should know this, but as a reminder, it's a number with the variable. And so when we look here, there's no number there. Okay, so this we could use the synthetic method. Okay, let's look at another problem that we did in the last lesson. And so we want to know, can we use synthetic? Well, we've got two terms in our divisor, but our coefficient, we've got a coefficient there, so no, this one cannot. How about this one? Can we use synthetic here? Well, when we look at our divisor, it's two terms and there's no coefficient, so we can. What we have to remember here are those missing terms. Okay? So let's go ahead and do a couple of these, and then if you don't quite understand it, you can replay the video, and that way the video won't be too awfully long. Let's do the first one. There are several steps, and so as I do this first problem, I will write the steps down as we go. And so when we're looking at this, the first step is we're going to write a half box. So we've got a half box. The second step here is to write our coefficients in the box. And so we're looking at this number, and this number. So we're going to have 7, 67, 36. Step 3 is we're going to put the opposite divisor constant on the outside. And so what I'm talking about here is this number. That's the divisor, x plus 9, and this is the constant. Okay? And we're going to do the opposite. So this is going to be minus 9. Step 4 is to bring the first number out of the box, and we're going to bring it down, so it's going to come here. Step 5, we're going to multiply, then we're going to combine. Step 7, we will repeat. And step 8, we will write our answer. Okay, so we've gone to step 4 here, so let's do step 5. So step 5, we're going to take and multiply these two numbers, and we're going to put our answer here. And so I'll have negative 63. I combine these two numbers, and I get a plus 4. Then I want to take and repeat that process. We're going to multiply, put our answer here. That's going to give me a negative 36, a negative 9 times 4. When I combine, I get 0. This is always my remainder. Remember what I said about if we start with division, and this is inside our division box, the x squared, then the first number, the first variable exponent as our answer was 1 less. So this is going to be 7x plus 4 as our answer. Go ahead and get all of these steps written down. I may have gone a little bit too fast, and so if you need to, go ahead and pause the video for however long you need to get everything written down. And I'm going to go ahead and give another example. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this next example. And we have a couple of things going on here. It's written differently, for one. Here we've got it side by side instead of in a fraction. The other is I've got some missing variables. And so just like what we did earlier in the earlier section, we've got to put those in. So I'm going to do my half box, and then my coefficients are 1, 0 for the x squared, and 0 for the x, then a minus 125. Do the opposite of this visor number, and it's going to go right here. Divisor number, so a positive 5. Bring this down. Then we're going to start. Multiply these two and put your answer here. Combine 0 plus 5. Multiply these two and put your answer here. 0 plus 25 is 25. And so everything so far is positives. Then we want to take and multiply here and here. Put our answer here. It's going to be a positive 125. And when I combine that, I get 0 for my remainder. This started with x squared, so that means my answer will start with x. So here this is going to be x squared. Sorry, this was x cubed. This is x squared. Keep saying that wrong. So then the next thing in line is x. So this is 5x, and then our number. So keep in mind it's x squared, sorry, x cubed, x squared, x, and a number. And so we've got to have all that. So if this starts with x squared, x cubed, oh, this is terrible, terrible, terrible. If this starts with x cubed, then my answer has to start with x squared. If it starts with x squared, I've got to have the x and then the number. So just keep that in mind when you're writing these. Now, I like synthetic division. It's cleaner. You're just dealing with the numbers, and then you take care of the letters at the end. You don't have a lot of problems to do with this. So if you don't like it, then just suffer through the homework. But I think after you do it a few times, I think you will also come to like it. Just remember that this is x cubed, not x squared. All right. Good luck with your homework. Send me questions if you have them.